What up, y'all? Y'all know what it is, man. Your boy TrendsetterSense, of course, Chosen Journey, Hip Hop Nation, Sirius XM. Shout out my man Nardo. Got my brother here, man. Going crazy right now. Listen, award winning, Dove Award winning, collaborations crazy, lyricists, melodies crazy, man. Freestyle beasts, like the list, goes on and on. VA in the building, man. Of course, Nashville, Which you repping VA,
I
Nashville?
read VA. Yeah. I moved to Nashville for music, but I'm VA.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Was I supposed to say that?
Nah, you good, you good.
You know, some people like, nah, don't let them know where I'm at.
Nah. People know I live in Nashville. We good. Yeah,
Aaron Cole. What's up, my brother?
What's good, man? We here.
Man, listen, man. Let's dive right straight into it. The new project, man. Where do we go from here?
Yes, sir.
I love the title, man. Where do we go from here? It's like, it's a question. Yeah. It's like, were you like asking, you're telling yourself and then you're speaking to your fans, like, where do we go from here?
Mm-hmm. Nah, I think for me, man, it's more, I'm asking God, like, where do we go from here? I feel like for me, it's been a lot of times in my life where I kind of gave God my plans and asked him to bless it rather than trusting that he really got plans for me. You know what I'm saying? So this whole like motto and like slogan is like, God's plan, not mine. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's God's plan over mine in the whole thing. So me, every step of the way, I'm just asking God, where do we go from here? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the title behind it, because that's just the spirit I'm in right now. You know
where
what
do
I'm saying?
I love
trusting God for each step. You know what I'm saying?
So listening to this project, and you have so many skill sets in your toolbox.
Yeah.
And this one, you focus completely on your bars, and your lyrics.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Yeah, so I feel like in my career, man, when I did a project, I always did both. You know what I'm saying? I always felt like if I had a bunch of rap songs, I would have to give the next few would have to be a few singing ones. You know what I'm saying? So with this, I wanted to do a project that was strictly rapping, and then I got one on the way that's strictly singing. You know what I'm saying? So this is just focused on the raps right now. You know what I'm saying? Everything, like the storytelling, everything, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting into it. So, yeah, I'm really excited about it, man. I feel like a lot of people are excited to just hear that side of me, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, it's going to be fun.
I felt the intent when I was listening to it. I was just like, oh, okay. Like, and then when you say like, no, but it's like this, and it's like this, like you can you can see that there was like intent behind, the inspiration behind that.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like for me, man, being focused on one thing kind of like, I feel like makes you get better at that, if that makes sense. So I feel like in the past, maybe I was just focusing on both and making sure that I had both in both albums, but being able to sit back on this album and be like, no, I'm just going to focus on this, you know what I'm saying? Better in my pen, better in the, you know what I'm saying? What I do on the hooks, whatever, like when it comes to raps, like that was just super fun for me. And then the next project that I'm working on now, the singing, like I get to strictly focus on, you know what I'm saying, the singing. So it's definitely just making me better, sharpening my pen and sharpening, you know what I'm saying, how I make music for sure.
So when you said you asked God, where do we go from here? Like you were praying about it, or what was that process like?
I think I just had like a realization. Like it was after Sorry I Changed, you know what I'm saying? Sorry I Changed did super well, you know what I mean? And just looking back at it though, I was just kind of like, man, like a lot of the things that I was talking about, you know what I'm saying? I felt like it was more so God inspired rather than like strictly having God in my process, if that makes sense. It's like I was talking about my real life. I was talking about how God has changed me, and all that is, you know what I'm saying, great. I feel like it touched a lot of people, but I feel like with this one, like I'm more so just like it's more vertical, you know what I'm saying? It's more like really talking to God. It's more really like giving praise to God, you know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I think I was just super intentional with that this time around, because I feel like that's just the space I'm in. Like, that's the spirit I'm in. I'm just like, man, it's like I said, it was nobody but God. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Speaking of nobody but God, man, shout out Paris Carriz and John Keefe, man. The first single off the project.
Yeah, that was the first single.
Dive into it, man.
Yeah. So, with that, that came during the Sorry I Changed time, because actually we was working on, me and Paris help each other a lot with our, music. We just locked in like that. So I feel like we was just working on different parts of the song, and Paris, he had Nobody But God. It was a different beat, He had a different flow. He had the same flow but different lyrics and stuff like that.
And
so
the beat was different.
The beat was different.
Okay.
Yeah, the beat was different. And so he was like, man, what you hear on this? And I was just like, man, I feel like a title, like, it was Nobody But God. You know what I'm saying? So he wrote the hook. We went back and forth on lines, whatever. Ended up not working for his project. And so when I was thinking of Jones for this, I was like, let
me get that.
me go ahead and get that. You know what I'm saying? And so we just fine-tuned it. Shout out to my producer, Saint X. Like, he reproduced the beat, made it more sound like me and stuff like that. And yeah, man, it's doing well. So I'm super excited, man, for sure. Put John on it.
Yeah.
Going crazy.
Nobody But God.
Yeah.
Talk about family life, man. You highlight that very, intently.
Yeah.
I met your pops in Nashville.
Yeah.
And I saw how close y'all were.
For sure.
Yeah. And you talk about, your son and your wife. And
Yeah.
just talk about how important that is to you.
Yeah. Nah, family, everything to me, man. Like you said, my pops was, he been my driver, he been my manager, he been my road manager, he been, you know what I'm saying, just locked in with me. Whatever he could do to help, get my dream forward. Like, my pop's been there. My mom's was, anytime she come to a show, she doing the merch, you know what I'm saying? Like that. My family is super involved in my life, and then just having a family of my own now, it's just like, man, it hits different for sure. So I'm like, I feel like I was telling you before, like, man, I definitely do it for God, you know what I'm saying? I do it to inspire people, but I also do it for my family, you know what I'm saying? I even with my immediate family, like, it's a lot of time away, you know what I'm saying? I'm on the road, I'm going to the studio at night, you know what I'm saying? But then even with my pops and moms, like, they put in a lot, they sacrificed. They was young, you know what I'm saying? My parents was teenagers when they had me.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So they sacrificed everything just for my dream. So I just want to continue to do it and continue to make them proud, you know what I'm saying? So just back to your question, I feel like family's everything to me, for sure.
What does VA mean?
Yeah.
to you?
Man, that's everything too, you know what I mean? Like, just because coming from a small town in Virginia, like, you kind of don't, like, see people make it in music, you know what I'm saying? Make it in really anything. Like, if I go back to my city, it's a lot of people just kind of doing the same stuff we was doing in high school, you know what I'm saying? The same, going to the same places, doing the same things, you know what I mean? So me, I just feel like I've been able to inspire the city, you know what I'm saying, people that's from Virginia. Like, man, you could do it. We got a bunch of Virginia legends, but it's, you know what I'm saying, it's different for my city seeing somebody come from Bristol, you know what I'm saying, be able to make it a music. Like, I'm on SiriusXM with TrendsetterSense, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Bristol, Virginia. Like, that's crazy. So everything I look at when I do something like that, I look at it like that. Like, man, I'm a kid from Bristol, Virginia, and God has blessed me to be in the places that I am today. So.
Man, you've been on Sirius before. You did the Sway.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying, bro, I don't take it for granted, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? We on SiriusXM. Like you said, we on Sway. All that, like, being a kid from Virginia, like, it was nobody but God, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah.
Talk about that, man. You talking about the serious thing, and shout out to Sway too.
Yeah.
And he had you doing the freestyle on there.
Yeah, man. I came ready though. You know, I'm like, you
can't prepare for that.
Yeah, you can't go to Sway and not rap. You know what I'm saying? I was ready for that. So yeah, definitely. When I pulled up, you know what I mean, I was sitting in the green room. He pulled up. He was like, man, what's up? Nice to meet you. He was like, I heard you want to rap. I was like,
oh, he put
I'm prepared. Yeah, I was like, I'm prepared.
You knew what it was.
Yeah. So man, it was super cool, man. That was another just dream come true. I remember watching like Andy Mineo on Sway growing up back in Bristol. You know what I mean? So that's why I say, like, I don't take nothing for granted. I was that regular kid. I was that kid in, you know what I'm saying, high school that was in algebra class. I would get in trouble because I was writing raps, you know what I'm saying, when I was supposed to be doing my work. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I was that kid, you know what I mean? And so for that kid to be at the places that he is now, like, again, I say it was nobody but God. I'm just plugging it because it's like, that's facts, bro. That's my life, for real.
Do you keep any of your early raps from high school? Do you still have any of that around?
Yeah, for sure. I don't be trying to listen to it unless I go down memory lane, but I definitely, like, I heard everything. So I've been rapping since I was 3, so even the stuff when I was younger, like, yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, sometimes, but not all the time.
I saw you post a picture. And you was a little boy. I
Yeah.
think your dad was with you or something, and it was
Yeah.
like you were singing at a church or like,
Yeah.
what was that?
Yeah. So that video you talking about, that was my first performance ever.
Really?
Yeah. So
How old were you?
I was 3.
That was when you were 3. Yeah, you were
Yeah.
little.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was
like,
3.
I was like 3 or 4. So,
That's crazy.
Yeah. So my granddad, he was a pastor in the church in Bristol. And so, man, I want to say the church was maybe a year old or a few months old. I don't even remember. But, yeah, like my whole family, like, just always would give me opportunities to perform and stuff like that. So I got my start just performing in church. And so that Sunday,
You were rapping in the church or just
I was
singing?
rapping in the church.
Wow.
Yeah, I was rapping in the church. I didn't start singing till I was around 7. So
Okay.
the story of that, like, my whole family was the choir, basically. My grandma, my aunts, my uncles, everybody was singers, you know what I'm saying? I was doing the rap thing, but then one Sunday, my uncle, he was singing Byron Cage, I Will Bless the Lord. I don't know if you know that song. But he was singing that song, but he was singing everything wrong. Like, he was singing the ad-libs wrong, you know what I'm saying? And I was locked into that song. And so I remember he got off, and I think we was just riding around, and I was just like, man, you singing that song wrong. Like, you got to do this, whatever. He's like, man, I'm going to throw you the mic, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
He's like, I'm going to throw you the mic next Sunday. And I was like, he capping, you know what I mean? Next Sunday, he just threw me the mic, you know what I'm saying? I did it. My grandma was like, oh, yeah, you in the choir now. It's over.
Wow.
Yeah, like, I remember, like, right then, like, she took me to when the choir was singing somewhere else that Sunday. She was like, yeah, you in the choir, you going, you know what I mean? So, yeah, my parents, like, and my whole family just instilled everything into me at a super young age, so.
How old were you when you knew this was what you were going to do on a serious level?
Yeah. It was probably around 12 or 13. So I was in middle school. I remember I came home to my dad one day, and I was just like, man, this is what I want to do in my life. And I remember like it was yesterday. He was like, all right, like, if this is what you want to do, like, you can't be like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? You can't do all the things that everybody else doing or none of that. You know what I mean? And so from then, the grind just really, really started, I feel like, from there. And I look back at it now, like, bro, I was so, like, just invested. Like, when I got to high school, I did my freshman and sophomore year in public school, but then I begged my parents to let me go homeschool my junior year. I was like, man, I want to do my work and I want to do music.
Wow.
I was just that locked in.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I finished my junior and senior year in the same year, graduated.
Crazy.
They was like, do you want to walk with your class? I was like, no, I got a show.
Whoa.
I didn't even walk in my graduation. Looking back, I'm
Bro.
like, man, I was tripping, but I was just locked in. Like, that's how
At
locked in
what,
I was.
17, 16,
Yeah,
17?
I was like 16, 17 years old. I was just like, yeah, you want to walk with your class? Nah, I'm good. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
My senior prom, they asked me if I'm good.
Well, bro, that's crazy. Like,
I was
it's like
just
you
locked
just
in,
like
yeah.
like your childhood. Did you ever think about that? Because, you know, like, all right, let's use Michael Jackson as an example. They
Yeah.
said you already know where I'm going with it.
Yeah,
Like, they were
yeah.
like, he missed his childhood, so that's why he used to, you know, want to do a lot of kid things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, what about you?
I mean, I think the only thing I think about is walking at graduation. I was like, man, maybe I should have did that. But everything else, it was worth it, bro. It was worth it. The sacrifice, the time away, you know what I'm saying? The missing prom, all that, it was worth it. It was worth every single moment because
Wow.
I'm living out my dream.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I could have went to prom, I could have went whatever, but I was just so locked in on what I had to do.
Wow.
I wasn't trying to go out.
Wow.
I wasn't
At
trying to
17.
do that. I wasn't trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? I was a kid, of course. I would talk to girls. I would, you know what I'm saying? When it was nighttime, you know what I'm saying? I want to call a girl for sure. But, like, when it comes to, like, going outside or anything like that, I was not that kid.
Wow.
I was like, this is what I want to do.
That's what it is.
You know what I'm saying? So that started at 12, 13 years old, where my pops was just like, you can't do everything everybody else is doing. He was really just talking about my character, my walk, you know what I'm saying, all that. But I took it literally. It was like,
Man, you must have been really mature at a young age, because, like, somebody like 16, 17, like,
yeah,
you know, you like, nah, I want to go, I want to, you know what I mean? It's just
for
like,
sure.
nah, I'm going to focus That's crazy.
I'm gonna focus on what I gotta do, and I get that from my parents too. Like my parents was just super involved in like helping me. If this is what I wanted to do, they was gonna help me. You know what I'm saying? If I wanted to be a doctor, they was gonna help me. If I wanted to be, you know what I'm saying? My parents was really involved like that. And so when I just said this is what I wanted to do, it was all hands on deck. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro. I feel like just doing all those things, being on the road, you know what I mean? All those things just kind of matured me faster. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you can't be on the road and leave your toothbrush in the last city and then, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You got to
yeah.
buy, like, all that stuff I'm learning at 12, 13 years old. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
So it just grows you up faster than, you know what I'm saying, you usually do.
Crazy. And how old were you when you like signed like your first like major record deal?
Yeah, so about, when I was like 14, right? I was like making some noise in Bristol, the area. And from there, we had moved into a new studio that was probably like 20 minutes from the crib. And there was some other Christian rappers that kind of like had heard of me and like just set into a session one day, whatever. And we got connected, right? And so from there, we did like a promo tour to where my dad would just call churches like, hey, like we want to come through and then, you know what I'm saying, perform, whatever. We would do that for the youth, love offering, sometimes nothing, sleeping on church floors, Super 8s running from dogs in the hotel, all kinds of craziness. Yeah, that was going on. So on a tour, it would be like on a drive or something like that. I feel like one of the guys was like, man, what if we become a group? You know what I'm saying? And me, I was like, nah, I ain't trying to be.
You always felt like you were a solo artist.
Yeah, I just felt like, man, that's not really my thing. I was working on the album, you know what I mean? Like, I was just locked in. You know what I'm saying? Time went by. The other dude was like, man, I think he right. Like, let's be in a group. They tripping. I'll put my headphones on. At that time, it was the, you know what I'm saying, the buds. I'm like, nah. Time go by again. My pops this time. So he like, man, I think y'all right. Maybe we should be in a group. I'm still not like trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? We get home. My dad was like, man, I feel like this is what God wants us to do right now. So I'll come into a rap group. When I was in this rap group, we was working on the album, we was working on a project. But going back to what I was talking about, I was so locked in, bro. Like, other dudes was missing meetings for basketball games, pickup games, you know what I'm saying? They was getting in trouble, all kinds of stuff. I was just like, what are we doing? This is what we said we wanted to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so time goes by, that dismantles, you know what I'm saying? And I remember being in my room, like, broken. Like, I was like, because I put my everything into it. It's like my pop said this is what he feel like we should do, which I feel like at the time it was. It was like I learned a lot of things. But, like, putting my all into something and then feeling like I got nothing out of it, I was, like, broken. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I remember my pops called me into the living room. He was like, man, go in your room and write me a hit. I'm 15 at this time.
Wow.
So whatever that means to a 15-year-old, right? Go into my room. I wrote this song called 15 is the New 15. We put out a project. That project got into the hands of The Truth.
Wow.
Got into the hands of Toby Mac.
Wow.
Both from, like, mutual friends, like, God things. So when I was 15 years old, I was being acquired by Mixed Bag Label and Goatee Records,
Wow.
Toby Mac. And so, man, me being 15, Toby was like, I'm not going to put you out till you're 18 years old. At 15, I'm like, 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I was talking about earlier, I was like, I was locked in. I feel like I was ready. You know what I'm saying? Truth was like, yeah, no, let's go. Let's go now. Again, like, I felt like I was just impatient. Like, I was just like, okay, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. Learned a lot of things. It lasted for like a year. Again, I'm back at home, broken. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, what's going on? Like, I feel like my dream was slipping away. Whoop, whoop, you know what I mean? Toby calls back, like, yo, I feel like you supposed to be over here, kind of thing. Signed to Toby, that's when whole life changed. You know what I'm saying? Then from there, I went to, like, through a whole artist development process for, like, 2-3 years where I thought I was ready, but I wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? Learning different things, you know what I'm saying? And, yeah, man, like, around 17, 18 is when I feel like just everything changed for me because I put up my song right on time. And from there, it just feels like, honestly, a blur. I ain't gonna lie to you. Just wake up, I'm here with you today. But so.
Aaron Cole's in the building. When did the RCA inspiration
Yeah.
How did that come together?
Yeah, so I had finished my deal with Goatee.
Okay.
Probably like 2022, 2023, something like that, one of those. But my contract was just up. And so from there, I just was getting a lot of like just inquiries and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I just felt like that was kind of the best thing for me.
Okay.
Like, I love the team over there and stuff like that. So I've probably been with them about a year or two now. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's still kind of got a little fresh.
Yeah, it's a little freshness to it for sure.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? I like it. Being on a major label is super dope. It has its challenges, has its ups and downs like everything else. But you know what I'm saying? I really like the place that I'm in right now.
Gotcha. So that's crazy, man, because now I have a question because you've experienced being independent.
Yep.
And now you've experienced being on a major.
Yes.
And, you know, sometimes there's like, especially in the times now, the streaming age.
Yeah.
So, kind of break down, like, you know, because people have certain dilemmas. Like, some artists don't want to do the major situation.
Yeah.
And some artists they want to do that.
Yeah.
What's Aaron's take on that?
That's a good question. I feel like a lot of dudes have been like asking me that, and I always give the answer. It's based on what you want. It's based on what you want. With a major label, you can't just turn in a song a week before and it, you know what I'm saying? Unless you
can't just upload it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like unless you Drake or Justin Bieber, you're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of people they like doing that. They like just making something and then, all right, I'm dropping it next week. Most of the time, with a major label, that's not happening. You know what I'm saying? It takes time. It takes whatever. You know what I mean? Like, if you want a major label, if you want a team that's around and coming up with ideas for you and stuff like that, it's like you want a major. But some people, they want to be able to do what they want to do when they want to do it. If they feel like God is speaking to them to drop a song tomorrow, that's what I need to do. Stay independent. That's what. If you feel like that's what God calling you to do, stay independent. If you feel like God's calling you to do something different, have something, take it slower, you know what I'm saying? Slower pace, but feels like faster. Like, I don't know. Like, it's based on what you want. It's pros and cons to both. I just feel like you got to make a decision what's best for your life. I feel like a lot of the times people ask for advice on what they should do for their life when it's really based on what God has for your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can give you all the advice in the world about what God has taken me on my journey, you know what I'm saying? But if God's called you to be an independent artist for your whole life, then that's what God's called you to do. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
So that's what I would say for sure.
Aaron Cole's in the building, Chosen Journey. This is TrendsetterSense. Another key question, man. You know, because being a Christian artist is totally different than what maybe if they want to call it secular or mainstream or whatever. Talk about the balance and the responsibility of being a Christian artist, man.
Man, that's a good question.
Deep.
Yeah, deep question. It's a big responsibility, bro, just because everyone's looking up to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got the fans that's looking up to you. You got even probably some mainstream artists that are looking to you. Like, what's he gonna do?
Right.
How's he gonna handle this?
Right.
How's he gonna handle that? And man, I feel like the only way I balance it is just keeping God at the center. You know what I'm saying? I make mistakes.
Yeah.
I don't make always the right decisions. I don't always handle things well. But I just feel like, man, keeping God at the center always just centers me back to keeping the main thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's a big responsibility, man, but it's like it goes back to just being a Christian. God called us to be set apart. You know what I mean? So if God called us to be set apart in our personal life, God called me to be set apart in my career too. You know what I'm saying? So I just got to keep him at the center to make the decisions that I need to make. You know what I mean? So
what does hip hop mean to you?
Everything. Everything. My earliest memory, I remember, you know what I'm saying, I feel like I was coming home from school one day or something. My pops had the blue minivan and he was playing Family Business. My pop from Chicago, so he was playing Family Business from Kanye, and I just remember falling in love with that beat. You know what I'm saying? Everything he was talking about, family business and stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? I grew up just thinking about and learning about just the different things and elements of hip hop. And so, man, it's everything to me. And so my pops also got saved at a Christian hip hop concert. So it's like, as much as hip hop is engraved in my soul, so is Christian hip hop. I grew up on the truth, Ambassador, all that stuff. So, you yeah, man, it's everything. All the elements of hip hop is everything for sure.
Dope. Aaron Cole in the building, TrendsetterSense, Chosen Journey. Let's dive into this project, man.
Yeah.
Where do we go from here? Shout out my man, No Big Deal.
Yes, sir.
Got the collaboration, man. Above.
Yeah, yeah.
Talk about it.
Yeah, man above, man. Man, me and Deal go back too. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody on the project, I kind of came up with step for Zacardi Cortez. That's a gospel legend. You know what I'm saying?
Dope.
But Deal, P, you know what I'm saying? John, Ty, all of us kind of just came up in this Christian hip hop scene together. And I kind of did that intentionally. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like that was the place that I was in. Like I wanted to work with my peers. You know what I'm saying? And so going back to Deal, me and Deal go way back just doing songs on each other's projects. And I feel like we both was just on the grind. Like it went years without us doing a song. Probably like we ain't did a song probably since 2019 or something like that, 2018, 2019. And so I just feel like it's a good one to just come back to. It feels like one of them ones for sure. So
Yeah.
I'm excited for that one for sure.
No, it's dope, man. And y'all definitely went in lyrically.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Let's get into it. You know, you talked about Zacardi Cortez.
Yeah.
Memories.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna quote the line.
Okay.
Never sold drugs, but I would think about it.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Yeah. So I was telling you I'm from Bristol,
Mm-hmm.
Bristol, Virginia. And so I think coming up, I would just see the lifestyle that, you know what I'm saying, portray. Like the lifestyle, seeing the cars, which I talk about in the song too, seeing the money, seeing the girl, seeing everything. Like it was a corner store that we went to called Hillbilly that I would see people outside, like, and that's what they was on, you know what I'm saying? Like as a youngin', I didn't know what it was, but growing up, you like, okay, that's what they was on, you know what I'm saying? And so just seeing what it portrayed and what the outside looked like, I feel like you definitely just think about it like, man, I want money, I want this, I want that, you know what I'm saying? But I just think, one, I always thought about my parents would be on my tail, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then two, like, that's just not the plan that God had for me. So yeah, it was just like a reflective bar of just like, man, like honestly thinking about God sees people see the outside appearance, you know what I'm saying? People see the cars, the clothes, whatever, but God sees the inside, you know what I'm saying? And so all the stuff could have looked glamorous to me and stuff like that as a kid, but as I've just gotten older, it's like, man, that stuff really don't mean anything, and that's not the way, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Let's talk about Metro.
For sure.
Could have been a dark child.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rodney Jerkins.
Yeah.
Talk about it, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Ty Brazel as well.
Yeah, man. Ty, man, me and Ty go way back. So when I was right before like all the stuff, like when I was getting like encountered by people and stuff like that, me and Ty did a promo tour together when I was like 15, like doing shows, going to churches and stuff like that. So me and Ty go way back. We ain't did a song in a minute too. So it was the same thing.
Okay.
Like just like
everything was a full circle moment.
full circle moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Me and P, we locked in. So we do stuff all the time. But like everybody else, like it was just kind of like, man, like, nah, let's come together. You know what I mean? And so yeah, just with Metro with the Dark Child line and all that stuff, man, it's just like thinking about all the different decisions that I could have made, thinking about all the roles that even God saved me from that I didn't even see. Like, I think as a man now, having my own family, like, you would think back in the day, like, you would pray for things. You would pray for whatever. But sometimes you got to pray for them things that you don't even know what God's protecting you from. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know what's in the spirit realm that is trying to attack you, that's trying to distract you. It's like every morning I'm like, God, I pray against all distractions, anything that's in the spiritual world that's trying to distract me of what I need to do.
Good
it's
one.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's what I be praying for. So yeah, man, that's kind of what the Dark Child line was about. It's just like, man, it's a lot of things that could have went dark in my life, could have went left in my life. You know what I'm saying? But God's mercy, for sure.
Crazy. High moment, Aaron Cole. I already know what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like my highest moment in my life in my career was winning the Dove Award in 2019.
Crazy.
Yeah, just because I feel like I was in love with the grind. I was in love with the everyday shake and bake grind and making the best music I could make. And then I remember also being at the Doves and like nobody feeling like I was gonna win. Like the energy was just like, man, like just be grateful you're nominated, brother. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Which I was, you know what I mean?
Right.
But just to win, you know what I'm saying, against all odds, like I was the first hip hop artist to win that award.
Crazy.
You know what I mean? So it's like all those
And
things.
that's in all categories.
Yeah.
New period.
Yeah. New artist of the year.
Yeah.
Like I was the first hip hop artist. So like I just remember after I got off stage, like shout out to Derek Miner, my OG. He was backstage and he heard about it. And I saw him running down the hall like you know what I'm saying? Because he's seen the struggle. He's seen everything. Like I was a kid, 14, 15 when I just signed to Toby. I was working with Dirty Rice, and I remember we was in the studio. He was like, "Yo, Derek's gonna pull up," and I was like, "Oh, Derek, who?" He was like, "Derek Miner." I remember being a kid, like, you can't just say that to me, bro. Derek Miner, what? So yeah, like just being able to that being my OG and him seeing that moment like that, everything about that day was just kind of like just a surreal moment, bro. My family was there, my little sisters was there. You know what I'm saying? I remember my little sisters just screaming to the top of their lungs, you know what I'm saying? Because they just seen the struggle.
That's dope,
bro.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was definitely a high moment in my career for sure.
Low moment.
Same thing. Same thing. Because soon as that happened, I felt like I definitely was feeling myself. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I just got into a mode. I was like, yeah, okay, bet. We here now. You know what I mean? And then right after that, what happened in 2020?
COVID,
whole world shut down. Now I'm every day playing 2K with my friends and like, man.
totally forgetting about the career that you have.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. Totally
Wow.
forgetting about everything. I'm like, then looking up and like, dang, I'm on unemployment. I got to figure out what what I'm saying, what's going on. No shows going on. No nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm figuring out every day what I'm going to do. Is my dream over? Is my, you know what I'm saying? So all that stuff, like Pride Before the Fall, like that's a thing. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt like in that moment, God was just teaching me like, no matter how high you go, no matter how low you go, you got to keep me at the center. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, both high and low moment was
all
that
at the same
sure.
time, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Man, talk about the state of where you think Christian hip hop is going.
Yeah. Man, I honestly feel like we in a good space. Like I said, like I'm just working with people, and then you know, I like I said, I come from the grind, so like, and I come from hip hop, so the competition aspect and all that stuff that was instilled in me. So I would work with people, but I'm secretly just trying to kill them inside. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now as I've gotten older, it's just like, man, like. We all on the same mission. We all on the same goal.
One
purpose.
purpose.
I still got that competitive edge. Of course, I want to write my best lines. I want to write my best verses. But in the grand scheme of things, bro, like it's just like, man, we on the same purpose. And I feel like that's why a lot of the space is moving forward. You know what I mean? Because a lot of us is just working together and doing different things from, especially I just think from my generation. I feel like we learn from the people that came before us and we trying to do something different. And so us working together and doing different things, going to the festivals together and stuff like that, like I feel like that's the good place that we are in for sure.
Yeah, it reminds me like, you know, the rise of like Southern hip hop.
Yeah.
And how the T.I.s and the Jeezys and the 2 Chainz and you know, now I see the Aaron Coles, the No Big Deals, and you know the Paris Carezes of the world, like keep galvanizing, man, because you know it's only upward from here.
Only upward. You know what I'm
feel
saying?
me?
We better together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We better together. So I definitely feel like, man, I just love the space that we are in of everybody just feels like they're on that same wave. Like, even my boy 1K Few, like we talk about
Shout out Few, my brother.
Yeah, that's my boy. Like we talk about that all the time. Like that's really the wave, man. Like to be working together, to be able to do things with your friends and stuff like that. Like that's what people dream of.
Yeah.
So I love it, man, for sure.
Absolutely, man. You got the tour coming up.
Yeah, going on tour with my sister Tyrion. You know what I'm saying? The Big God Tour. Super excited about that. Tickets at IronMarinCole.com, man. Like it's gonna be super cool to just get on the road, especially with this project coming out and stuff like that. It's gonna be super fun, man. And Tyrion, my sister, so she was signed to Goatee the same time I was. So, yeah, we go way back for sure.
2026, man. From 25 to 26, Aaron Cole, let him know.
Yeah.
Where do we go from here? Everything. Talk to him.
Yeah. So where do we go from here? Coming out September 12th. You know what I'm saying? It's time, man. Next year, I'm working on the singing project. So I'm working on that. I got a bunch of features lined up. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Got some with my boy lined up. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
On the hush. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, just working, man, continuing to, like I said, going back. That's really the space I'm in. God's playing our mind. Whatever God has for me in store, like that's what I'm super excited about. So as long as I do my work, you know what I'm saying, I leave the results up to God. So that's
Love
where we
it,
at.
man.
Yes,
Aaron
sir.
Cole, my brother.
My man. We here.
Appreciate you for coming through, man.
Yes,
You
sir.
see what it is, man. Shout out Paris Careers in the building, in the cut, on the
Yes,
low
sir.
key. Nardo, I see you, man. TrendsetterSense, it's Chosen Journey.